everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Chew on This, the podcast about all things pet nutrition. My name's Lucy and I work for Wild, and joining me is Ross Lamond, the CEO and founder of Bug Bakes and Wild. He's spent 7 years so far working in the pet food industry, innovating new dog foods alongside experts, so it's safe to say he knows a thing or two about pet care. This episode, we're going to talk about an event we went to a few weeks ago that was very exciting. We went to PATS, and I think it was both of our first times there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So PATS, for people that don't know, that's a trade show, usually for people that work B2B, business to business. So previously, I had no experience with selling to shops and working with stockists. But with our new brand, Wild, we've had loads of interest from pet shops, especially raw feeding shops. So we thought, actually, I think it was your idea, wasn't it, Lucy?
Yeah, I really wanted to go to an event. Yeah.
Yeah, you were supposed to be on holiday. And then I
Yeah.
get a message from you saying, oh, I think we really need to go to this. And I'm thinking, like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Take your holiday.
Yeah,
But then,
no, we're going.
Yeah. And then you twisted my arm. But I'm really glad we did. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really good fun. And we met one of our stockists there, and we went around with them for a while. And that was really nice to meet our stockists face to face, wasn't it? So, because I think we had lots of conversations with them, but we don't really see them in person very often. So that was nice.
Yeah, and they kind of took us under their wing and showed us how to PATS, because we were a bit lost. It's huge. It's like a really, really, really big hall.
And we thought it was that tiny little space.
Yeah. Well, we got there and we saw this like medium-sized hall that we were like, oh, I thought it'd be a bit bigger. It was still quite big, but I thought it'd be a bit bigger than this. And then it turned out that was just a fish and aquatics bit. And then you go left, and then there's just this huge hall of hundreds and hundreds of stands. So, yeah, no, it was really, really cool. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but I think it was better than I expected. It was, I thought going there, because what I was told is, it's business to business. That's what you do. I thought it would just be us sort of trying to like meet shops and pitch our wares to shops, but it wasn't that at all. Everyone that had their stalls were businesses like us. So I think we should probably have a stall next time.
I've already put the wheels in motion for this.
Good.
With the company.
So I think most of the people walking around the floor were shop owners, and they were then looking for the new brightest and best ideas or new products on the market to stock. But for us, that was a really good idea, because we've talked quite a lot behind the scenes, Lucy, about how we want to expand the range, and we've got loads of ideas. And I thought, it's going to take me a while to do this to the quality we want. And then we just met basically every idea I had on my list. I was like,
it was just in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like cheat codes. Were any of the products stand out to you?
A few of them did. So there was, I have it downstairs actually, the plasma topper to go on top of dog food. We spoke to one company who was telling us all about plasma and how it's really beneficial for dogs, and they really love the taste of it, and that you could put, it's about a teaspoon for like my size dogs. You can put it on top of their food and they love it, and it's really good for them. And brought it home because it was left in the car. So brought it home, gave it to them in their meal, absolutely loved it. And then we were talking about, we never really thought that was something that dogs would love.
Yeah. Well, I must admit, when I was told about that, I thought, okay, like a bit of a gimmick, cool. I'm sure there's some
health, okay.
I'm sure there's some health benefits, but like got enough on our plate. But then did some research, and it seems to be extremely healthy. And then I couldn't believe it when you told me the reaction that they had.
Obsessed.
And then I went and spoke to that manufacturer and said, this is amazing. What is this, or how's this working? And then they were telling us that it works because it's so palatable. It works really well in cat food as well.
Yeah,
we're really keen to get into cat food for Wild, but we're just trying to figure out how to do that properly.
Yes.
So we'll probably do some trials with this plasma, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you remember, there was a really nice brand. There were these two chaps at a stall selling these. I think it was like dental chews made of cheese.
Yeah. I think about these quite a lot.
Yeah, me too. The cheese boys.
The cheese boys.
They're so friendly. I think they were just starting up, and they were and they had like all these different shapes and flavors of stuff that were basically dental chews, but just made from 100% cheese and sort of dehydrated in a special way. That means they were really hard. And I think that could be a really, really nice product for our range, because dental sticks in general, people love them and they're really good, but loads of the cheap ones in the market are just like full of
they're not
rubbish.
good.
They've got absolutely no nutritional value. So getting something that's really on brand with Wild, of natural, locally sourced, high quality animal proteins and fats in a form factor that actually is beneficial for them, as a dental stick in this case. I think that'd be really, really cool. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to those guys.
Yes,
I
I think
think
that'd be really good. There were quite a
that's
few brands, weren't there, that were keen for some form of collaboration as well. So that's been
hmm
really nice. And the emails have started coming through now because obviously we were
mm,
on not the wrong side, but we were the ones walking around rather than having the stand. And I imagine they've got thousands of people to email, but those emails have started coming through. And I've had a few of them and thought, that looks like something that we could potentially do. Even like supplements, things like that, and treats and different things. And I think my favourite thing of quite a lot of that day was there were lots of dogs. So that was nice. But we weren't allowed to bring mine. But
yeah, that's true because with Bugfix, I went to loads and loads of dog markets. So
mm,
and that would be dog friendly places where just families with their dogs could turn up and see new dog products. So I was used to events where there's thousands of dogs. Where you're right, you could only bring a dog at this one if you had a stall. I think
yeah.
there were quite a few dogs, but not as many as I was expecting. Were there any downsides? What was the worst part of your day?
Um
Having to drive me home?
no, that was fine. I think we
You
need to
got
spend obviously next year hopefully we'll have a stand. And I know that one of our sales team is speaking to people about it as well, seeing what we can do. But we need longer there. We only went for like half a day, really, didn't we? And we got
yeah,
probably overall less than a third of the way through everyone. And there were
yeah.
so
No,
many people walking past, like, we could talk to them. Oh, we should speak to them. That's a really cool product. Let's go talk to them. And we just didn't have time.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right because it was the last. I was going to say the same thing
Mm,
because it was a last minute decision to go. And I travelled from Scotland. It was quite a long. It was in Telford this year,
yeah.
so it was a long commute for me. I arrived really late the night before. We went there, and then at best I was going to get like most of the day if I got the train
Yeah.
home. That was yeah. And then they had flooding, and then so the two local train stations were completely flooded. All trains cancelled. So then I had to hitchhike with you back to a station that was open, and then so I could get back to Scotland in time. So no, definitely, yeah, I couldn't criticize it at all, but definitely we would need to go, even just as visitors without a stall. We would want to go for the full.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4 days, but I think it's
Yeah,
at least three.
3 days, I think. But it's going to be even bigger
Yeah,
next year, isn't it? So
yeah.
I definitely
So
recommend if anyone's watching who has any form of pet product, even if it's not cat, dog, even if it's something really niche for fish, go to PATS. Go
yeah,
and just see what it's like. We didn't even get to the aquatics bit, but
yeah, yeah. It could be wild aquatics coming
wild
soon.
aquatics, you never know.
But I think we can safely say that we will 100%. Well, hopefully have a stall, but a minimum we will 100% be there for all 3 days next year.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening, you've never heard of PATS, or you do know of PATS and you don't know of us very well, um, yeah, come say hello. We'd love to meet up. It was really, really good.
Hopefully we've got a really, really aesthetically pleasing stall as well, because this is what I'm doing. I'm sat there going, oh, we could do next year at PATS. Why don't we have business cards that look like this? Why don't we
All right.
have banners that look like this? Why don't we
Well,
do this?
it's your job to design it. So if you
Yeah,
do a bad job, I take no responsibility if we've got an ugly stall.
whatever it looks like, you'll know it's me. And hopefully we'll have like the full team there as well.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, just 1 year ago there was only two of us in the business, and now it's growing every month. It feels like so we'll have.
Something's
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
all the time. Yeah,
yeah.
that'd
No,
be
yeah,
really cool.
that will be.
Super. But things are very exciting off the back of PATS. I think there was a plan anyway, but that plan has now almost diversified even more, and there's so many more options that we can or avenues we can go down now, which is really, really exciting. And people want to work with us, we want to work with them. It's a really inviting environment, wasn't it? And it's just, yeah, sky's the
Yeah, no, you're right. Plans are diversified. I think they've also sped up.
yeah,
So I think people can look forward to supplements, chews, pates, and we've had a lot of people asking for those chunks that we were testing out to begin with, the chunk format.
yeah,
Anyway, off the back of PATS, I think people can look forward to treats, supplements. We can explore that chunk format that we
yeah.
started Wild with even quicker. So I think we're going to maybe have at least one product in that shape, um, and probably get into cat food way quicker than we could have before. So
Really
definitely,
exciting. And we've got lots of new friends now. Very exciting. Well, thank you very much, Ross, for spending your time with us today. If you have any questions at all that you'd like us to look into, you can comment them down below. And if you like learning about pet nutrition, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when the next episode is released. Thank you for listening. See you soon.